Have you ever felt like giving up? Have you poured your heart into your dreams, repeated your affirmations, visualized your desires, and yet somehow it feels like nothing is happening? If this is where you find yourself today, let me remind you of something incredibly important. You are closer than you think. Your manifestation is working, even if your senses don't yet see it. The universe is always moving, always arranging, and always answering your inner assumptions. You see, the first thing you must understand is that impatience is the enemy of manifestation. When you feel frustrated, when doubt creeps in, it is often because you are looking for physical evidence too soon. But remember, what you feel and imagine is the seed. What you see with your eyes is the harvest. Your feelings are the proof of your reality in the making. There are signs that your desires are being brought into form, and you must learn to recognize them. One powerful sign is the feeling of inner peace and certainty. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, when you carry your desire in your heart as if it is already done, you begin to notice small synchronicities, little nudges, subtle confirmations that life is aligning with your inner world. It may be a conversation with a stranger that sparks an idea, a book that lands in your hands at just the right moment, or an opportunity you never expected. These are the whispers of the universe telling you, keep going. You are on the path. Think about this. If a tree could become frustrated that it hasn't borne fruit yet, it would never grow. The tree does not rush. It drinks from the soil, it basks in the sun, and it grows silently. And so it is with your desires. You must live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled and trust the invisible process. The Bible reminds us, for we walk by faith, not by sight. Faith is not wishful thinking. Faith is knowing that the unseen is real, even when your senses cannot confirm it. Another sign your manifestation is working is the unexpected solution or shift in circumstances. Sometimes the universe begins to answer your prayers in ways you could never have anticipated. Perhaps doors you thought were closed start to open, or people who seemed distant suddenly appear at the right moment. These are not coincidences. Every coincidence is a carefully arranged sequence of events responding to your inner assumption. Consider this. When you plant a seed in your garden, you do not demand that it grow according to your timeline. You water it, you care for it, and you trust the natural process. Similarly, when you hold the image of your desire with faith, the universe begins to bring it to life in its own perfect timing. Even if it feels slow, even if you cannot see the progress immediately, know this, your inner assumption is already creating your outer reality. You may also notice a shift in your own thinking and emotions. Your desires start to feel natural, inevitable, and even ordinary in your imagination. This is a beautiful sign because it means you are no longer resisting the manifestation. Resistance is doubt, fear, or imagining that something is impossible. When you release resistance, your consciousness aligns with your desire, and life starts to reflect that alignment. You may find yourself smiling more, feeling lighter, and carrying a quiet confidence that nothing and no one can shake. That is the inner proof that your manifestation is already moving toward you. Sometimes the signs are subtle, like strange, almost imperceptible nudges. You might overhear a conversation that mirrors your desire, see a number repeatedly, or find yourself drawn to something you would have ignored before. These are the universe's gentle ways of saying, keep your vision, keep your faith. This is working. It's important to recognize them, celebrate them, and let them fill you with gratitude. Gratitude is the acknowledgement of the already fulfilled. When you feel gratitude for what you have imagined as already yours, you accelerate the manifestation process. And let's talk about obstacles. The very obstacles you see in your path can be signs that your manifestation is on the way. Why? Because every obstacle is a test of faith. It is life's way of asking you, do you truly believe it is done? Will you persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled? Obstacles are not failures, they are confirmations. They are the refining fire that strengthens your belief. As you persist, as you continue to imagine, to feel, and to live from the end, the obstacles dissolve and your desire materializes naturally. Another powerful indicator is the sudden inspiration or creative idea. Sometimes answers appear in the most unexpected ways. A solution to a problem, a new approach to a challenge, a spark of intuition. These are the universe's confirmations that it is responding to your inner state. The mind does not invent inspiration randomly. It receives it when your consciousness aligns with the reality you desire. When you act on these inspirations, you are cooperating with the unseen forces already at work on your behalf. Let me remind you of this. Your imagination is God within you. When you imagine vividly and feel deeply, you are not just daydreaming, you are creating the blueprint for reality. As he thinks in his heart, so is he, is not merely a saying, it is a principle. Your outer world is always a reflection of your inner state. If you want to see your desires manifested, you must first see them in your inner world with unwavering faith. The signs you notice, the synchronicities, the nudges, the shifts in feelings, are evidence that your imagination is powerful and effective. Sometimes the waiting period is the hardest. You may feel discouraged, thinking that nothing is happening, that your desires are slipping away, but remember, the seeds are under the soil, quietly growing. The fact that you are persisting, still imagining, still feeling is a sign of your faith and a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. Do not measure progress by the physical world alone. Trust the invisible work being done within your consciousness. And here is a beautiful truth: you cannot fail. Your desire exists as surely as the sun rises each day. It is already done in the spiritual realm. All that remains is for your consciousness to align, for your faith to solidify, and for your patience to endure. Life is like a mirror reflecting your inner state. The signs, the subtle shifts, the inspirations, the gentle confirmations are proof that your inner world is shaping your outer world. Whenever doubt creeps in, remind yourself of this simple principle: everything that is unseen is real. Your imagination is not a fantasy, it is the forerunner of creation. The universe never fails to respond to a persistent, faithful assumption. Even when life seems silent, it is arranging, answering, and moving unseen forces on your behalf. So, the next time you feel like giving up, pause and notice the signs around you. Maybe you felt a sudden sense of joy or certainty. Maybe an unexpected opportunity appeared, or maybe a small coincidence reminded you of your desire. These are your confirmations. They are whispers of encouragement, telling you that your manifestation is unfolding. Keep imagining, keep feeling, and keep trusting. Live from the end of your desire as if it is already yours. Persist with faith and let gratitude fill your heart. Remember, faith is not passive. It is an active, living, breathing feeling that your desire is already fulfilled. When you align your thoughts, your feelings, and your imagination with the reality you want, there is nothing that can prevent its manifestation. Life is merely reflecting back to you what you assume within. Every thought, every feeling, every assumption is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your consciousness. Trust that the harvest is inevitable. Do not measure your progress by what you see in the physical world. Look for the subtle confirmations, the inner peace, the sudden inspirations, the gentle nudges, and the refined thoughts. They are your signs, and they mean your manifestation is working. The universe is always responding, always answering, always moving. You are never alone in your desires. Every seed of faith you plant, every act of imagination, every moment of gratitude is creating the reality you long for. So breathe, imagine, and trust. Keep the feeling alive. Notice the signs, celebrate the small confirmations, and know with your whole being that what you desire is already yours. The unseen work is complete. It only requires your faithful acknowledgement. Stay patient, stay persistent, and above all, stay loving toward yourself and your dreams. The signs are everywhere. They are gentle, loving reminders that your manifestation is on its way and that it is already working. Notice how life begins to conspire in subtle, almost magical ways. You may find that people start treating you differently. Opportunities appear at unexpected times, or ideas come to you as if from nowhere. These are not random, they are the gentle answers to your persistent imagining. Every time you feel a surge of joy, a sense of certainty, or even a quiet excitement about your desire, you are tapping directly into the creative power within you. That inner satisfaction is the signal that your manifestations is alive and moving towards you. Sometimes the signs come in the form of a shift in perspective. You may suddenly see obstacles differently, recognizing them not as barriers but as guides. What once seemed impossible now appears manageable. You start to notice solutions rather than problems, possibilities rather than limitations. This shift is proof that your inner assumption is taking root. Your mind, once focused on lack or delay, begins to focus on abundance and fulfillment, and your outer world cannot help but reflect this change. Another sign is an unshakable sense of knowing You may catch yourself thinking it is done and feel it deeply in your heart, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. That knowing is not arrogance, it is faith in action. It is the quiet but powerful recognition that the invisible has already become real. When you live in this knowing, when you carry the feeling of fulfillment, the universe rearranges itself around your certainty. This is how desires that once seemed distant suddenly materialize effortlessly. You might also notice a change in the people around you. Your environment begins to reflect the vibration of your imagination. Some people may drift away, while others appear who align with your vision. Sometimes guidance comes from unexpected sources, a conversation with a friend, advice from a stranger, or even a seemingly random encounter. Pay attention to these signs, for they are the universe speaking directly to you, guiding you toward your manifestation. Even small coincidences hold meaning. Seeing a repeated number, hearing a phrase that resonates deeply, or experiencing a series of tiny miracles is the universe's way of reassuring you. These moments are confirmations that you are not alone in your desires. Every small sign is like a gentle tap on your shoulder, reminding you to continue imagining, to persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and to trust that everything is unfolding perfectly, and do not be discouraged by delays. The wait itself is part of the process. During this time, your imagination is strengthening, your faith is growing, and your inner world is becoming more aligned with your desire. Even in moments when it feels like nothing is happening, unseen forces are at work, arranging circumstances, people, and opportunities to bring your vision to life. The waiting period is not a failure, it is a refinement of your belief. Your emotions are perhaps the clearest indicator that your manifestation is working. When you feel joy, excitement, or peace in connection with your desire, you are in harmony with your inner reality. These feelings are far more important than the physical evidence. They are the language of your imagination, telling you that your inner assumption has taken hold. Whenever doubt creeps in, return to this feeling, anchor yourself in it, and let it guide your thoughts and actions. You may notice subtle confirmations in nature or your surroundings. A bird landing at the perfect moment, a song on the radio that speaks directly to your desire, or a natural event that mirrors your vision. All these are signs. The universe communicates in ways that bypass the mind and speak directly to your heart. When you attune yourself to these signs, you become more aware of the invisible thread connecting your imagination to your reality. Sometimes, the manifestation seems to come from a completely unexpected direction. Perhaps a door opens that you never considered, or a path appears that had been hidden. This is the magic of allowing the universe to respond in its own perfect way. Your imagination plants the seed, but life, the unseen forces responding to your assumption, decides the perfect way to bring it forth. Trust that it will always be better than you could have designed. And let us not forget the power of persistent imagining. Every night before sleep, every quiet moment during the day, when you return to the feeling of your fulfilled desire, you water the seed, you reinforce the inner reality, and the outer world must eventually respond. Your faithfulness in imagination is what guarantees that your manifestation is on its way. Even if physical evidence seems delayed, the inner reality is solid, and all signs point toward eventual fulfillment. Notice how your thoughts and words begin to change as well. You speak less from lack and more from abundance. Your conversation, even small ones, carry the vibration of your fulfilled desire. Others may notice a lightness, a confidence, or an unusual peace within you. These are subtle indicators that your inner world is shaping your outer world. Your inner certainty radiates outward, drawing circumstances that match your assumption. When you encounter challenges, they are often proof that manifestation is near. Obstacles test your faith and refine your belief. They are not meant to discourage you, but to strengthen your persistence. Each challenge you overcome, each moment you maintain your inner assumption despite external appearances, is a confirmation that your manifestation is progressing. The universe never fails to respond to a faithful, persistent consciousness. And sometimes the signs are simply a growing sense of alignment with life itself. You feel as if you are flowing, as if the universe is on your side. Opportunities, ideas, and synchronicities begin to cluster around you naturally. Life feels lighter, freer, and more joyful. This alignment is a signal that your inner world is harmonizing with your desire, and the outer world is moving to reflect it. Even the smallest feelings of encouragement, inspiration, or certainty are worth acknowledging. They are the whispers of your own consciousness telling you, you are doing it, you are creating, keep going. Each subtle sign, each gentle confirmation, each inner reassurance is a building block of faith, cementing the reality of your desire in the unseen. Keep your awareness on these signs, your imagination vivid, and your heart full of gratitude. Celebrate the confirmations, no matter how small, for they are proof that your manifestation is already in motion. Every shift in feeling, every spark of inspiration, every synchronistic moment is evidence of your inner assumption taking shape in the world outside. You may also notice a subtle shift in your intuition. Suddenly, you seem to just know things that previously felt uncertain. Decisions that once caused stress now feel effortless. You are guided to the right choices, the right people, and the right opportunities, often without consciously thinking about it. This is your inner being responding to your assumption, aligning circumstances in perfect order. Trust these nudges. They are signs that your manifestation is quietly unfolding. Sometimes the universe answers through dreams or vivid imaginations. You may awaken with an idea, a vision, or even a strong feeling that mirrors your desire. These aren't mere coincidences. They are messages from your own subconscious, which has already accepted the reality you imagine. When you honor these dreams and act upon them, you are cooperating with the invisible forces that are orchestrating your fulfillment. Notice how timing begins to feel perfect. Situations that once seemed too late or too difficult now align effortlessly. People arrive at the right time. Doors open when you need them. Everything seems orchestrated, as if life itself is conspiring on your behalf. This is the natural consequence of living from the end, the state of fulfillment, because the universe responds to your inner reality, not your outer circumstances. You may also experience a sense of lightness and joy that comes without reason. Small worries fade. Doubts diminish, and your heart feels lighter. This is the vibration of your fulfilled desire making itself known in your body and mind. When you feel this lightness, it is a powerful confirmation that your inner world is aligned with the reality you are creating. Celebrate it, hold it, let it guide your thoughts and actions. Sometimes signs come in the form of unexpected resources appearing. Money, help, or support may show up when you least expect it. People who have what you need seem to appear just at the right moment. Opportunities you didn't even imagine seem to land effortlessly. These are confirmations that your inner assumptions are producing tangible evidence in the outer world, even if it does not look exactly like you expected. Another key sign is a change in your sense of self. You begin to carry yourself differently. Confidence, calmness, and certainty grow within you. Your inner state is no longer dependent on external validation. You know deep in your heart that your desires are already yours. This inner shift is one of the most powerful signs, because your outer reality must eventually reflect the person you are becoming inwardly. You may also notice that resistance fades naturally. Things that once felt difficult now feel easier. Challenges that caused stress now feel manageable. Life seems to flow with less effort. This is a sign that your consciousness is fully aligning with your assumption, and the manifestation is drawing near. The universe is responding to the inner ease and joy you carry, not to your struggle or doubt. Sometimes you might see little coincidences stacking up, things aligning in ways that feel almost miraculous. Perhaps you find the exact words you need, the right connection at the right moment, or a perfect solution to a problem that seemed impossible. These coincidences are confirmations that your inner reality is expressing itself externally. Each one is a sign that your imagination has been heard and that your manifestation is on its way. You may also notice an increased awareness of opportunities. Suddenly you see doors where before there were only walls. Solutions appear out of nowhere. You are more attuned to what is available, and this is because your inner vision has sharpened. Your mind, guided by your imagination, now recognizes the pathways that lead to fulfillment. This awareness is proof that your manifestation is active, even if physical results are not yet fully visible. Another sign is an increase in synchronicity with other people. You meet the right people at the right time, Conversations unfold in exactly the way they need to, and you find guidance or support when you need it most. These moments are signs that life is reflecting your inner assumption back to you. Trust them, and let them encourage you to keep living from the end of your desire. Even small feelings of excitement or hope are signs. They indicate that your imagination is stirring, that your inner assumption is alive. When you catch yourself smiling at the thought of your desire or feeling joy at the vision of what is coming, it is a direct signal from your subconscious mind that your manifestation is already working. You may notice a sense of inevitability growing. Situations that once seemed uncertain now feel destined to unfold in your favor. This sense of inevitability is not mere optimism. It is the inner confirmation that your imagination is becoming reality. When you live in this feeling, your consciousness is aligned with the fulfilled state, and the outer world must conform. Sometimes signs appear through unexpected solutions to long-standing problems. A way opens that you did not see before. A blockage dissolves. A challenge that seemed insurmountable suddenly becomes manageable. These solutions are signs that your inner assumptions are being enacted by life itself, orchestrating the conditions necessary for your fulfillment. And perhaps one of the most profound signs is a deepening sense of trust and peace. You no longer feel desperate or anxious about outcomes. You carry your desires in your heart with calm certainty. This inner peace is proof that your manifestation is working. It is the ultimate confirmation that the unseen has already been arranged to bring your vision to life. Even the smallest changes in thought patterns are evidence. You may find yourself automatically thinking in terms of abundance, possibility, and fulfillment. No, fade more quickly. This shift is subtle but powerful. It signals that your inner world is aligning with your desired reality, and that the outer world will inevitably follow. The signs are everywhere if you only pay attention. Every intuition, every coincidence, every gentle nudge, every feeling of certainty or joy is a reminder that your manifestation is alive. Life itself becomes the mirror reflecting the reality you have assumed. Your role is simple. Persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Notice the signs and live as if it is already done. You may also notice a growing sense of alignment with your environment. Things seem to fall into place more easily than before. Traffic lights turn green at just the right moment. People respond positively to you. Opportunities appear almost effortlessly. These are not coincidences. They are subtle confirmations that your inner world is shaping the outer world. The universe is always responding to your inner state, and these little alignments are signs that your manifestation is moving into reality. Sometimes the signs appear as small moments of serendipity. You might run into someone who has exactly the information you need. A book you didn't know existed suddenly appears on your path. A conversation seems to speak directly to your situation. These moments are gentle reminders that the unseen is at work, quietly orchestrating everything in your favor. The more you notice these small confirmations, the more your faith strengthens, and the closer your manifestation comes. You may also experience a heightened sense of clarity and focus. Thoughts that once felt scattered now center around your desire. You know exactly what steps to take, not because you are forcing action, but because your consciousness is aligned with the fulfillment of your wish. This clarity is a powerful sign that your manifestation is working. The inner guidance you receive will always point you toward the actions that support your desire, even if the manifestation itself has not yet appeared. Another sign is the diminishing power of fear and doubt. You may notice that worries about how or when your desire will appear no longer dominate your mind. Fear loses its grip because your imagination has taken the lead. The universe does not respond to worry or doubt. It responds to your dominant assumption. When you feel peace, confidence, and expectation in your heart, your manifestation is being drawn toward you with certainty. Sometimes the signs are subtle emotional cues. You feel excitement or a gentle thrill when thinking about your desire. You may feel a rush of gratitude or a sense of quiet joy that has no immediate cause. These feelings are the language of your imagination communicating to your conscious mind that your desire is alive in the unseen. When you notice these emotional cues, pause, savor them, and allow them to reinforce your inner assumption. You might also observe coincidences that point directly to your goal. A friend mentions exactly what you were thinking about. A news story mirrors your situation. A song or phrase resonates as if it were speaking directly to you. These moments are confirmations from the universe that your desire is acknowledged and supported by unseen forces. They are signs that your manifestation is already in motion. Even changes in your daily routines can indicate that your manifestation is working. You may find yourself drawn to new places, conversations, or activities that align with your vision. Life begins to rearrange itself around your inner reality. When you notice these shifts, it is a sign that your imagination is powerful and that the universe is responding accordingly. Another sign is a sense of inevitability regarding your desire. You may catch yourself thinking it is just a matter of time and feel it deeply in your being. This is not passive hope, it is faith in action. That quiet confidence, that inner knowing, signals that your assumption has taken root in your consciousness. The outer world must eventually reflect this inner reality. You may also notice unexpected opportunities for growth. Situations that once seemed challenging now serve a purpose. They prepare you, teach you, or guide you toward your desire. These experiences are part of the unfolding process. The universe often uses challenges to refine your faith and focus your consciousness on the end result. Recognize these moments as signs that your manifestation is working behind the scenes. Sometimes signs appear through repetitive patterns or symbolism. Numbers, phrases, or recurring themes may keep showing up, drawing your attention to your desire. These repetitions are gentle confirmations that your subconscious mind is fully engaged with your assumption and that your manifestation is being orchestrated at a deeper level. You may notice an increase in creative inspiration. Ideas flow effortlessly, solutions appear naturally, and you feel inspired to act in ways that support your vision. This is a direct reflection of your inner alignment with your desire. When inspiration flows, it is a sign that your consciousness has assumed a fulfilled state, and the outer world will follow. Another indicator is the deepening of gratitude for things not yet seen. You feel thankful for your manifestation as if it is already present. This gratitude is one of the most powerful tools you have. When you cultivate a sense of gratitude for the unseen, you accelerate the manifestation process, reinforcing the inner reality that must eventually appear in your outer world. You might also experience a gentle detachment from doubt. You no longer question whether your desire will manifest because you feel it internally is already done. This detachment is a sign that you are living from the end. It is a demonstration of faith in action, and it guarantees that the universe will continue to align circumstances in accordance with your assumption. Even small moments of joy or inspiration in daily life are meaningful. Perhaps a sunrise feels more beautiful, a conversation feels more aligned, or a random event brings unexpected delight. These are subtle confirmations that your manifestation is alive and responding to your consciousness. Every small sign strengthens your faith and draws your desire closer. Notice also how opportunities seem to multiply unexpectedly. You may encounter people, ideas, or situations that once seemed impossible or out of reach. These new possibilities are signs that your inner reality is expanding to accommodate your desire. Life responds to your assumptions, and the more aligned you feel, the more abundant these signs become. You may even find that old limitations begin to dissolve. Thoughts that once held you back lose their power. Fears that once dominated your mind seem distant. Your consciousness is shifting, and this inner transformation is a powerful indicator that your manifestation is already in motion. The outer world cannot help but reflect the inner freedom and alignment you are experiencing. You may also notice a growing sense of confidence in your own power. Decisions feel easier, and you trust yourself more than ever before. This confidence is a sign that your inner world is aligned with the reality you desire. You are beginning to recognize that the power to create lies within you, and that everything you imagine with faith will inevitably manifest. Sometimes the signs appear through unexpected encouragement from others. A friend, family member, or even a stranger might say something that resonates deeply with your desire, affirming it in a way that feels synchronistic. These moments are confirmations from the universe, reinforcing that your imagination has taken hold in your subconscious and life is responding accordingly. You may also observe subtle changes in timing. Events that previously felt delayed now seem to flow naturally. Tasks that once required struggle become easier. Life appears to be moving in your favor, orchestrating itself to support your desire. This is a clear sign that your manifestation is working, even if the final outcome is not yet visible. Another powerful indicator is an inner sense of alignment with your desires. You feel as though your actions, thoughts, and emotions naturally support the fulfillment of your vision. This inner alignment is crucial because your outer world cannot contradict what your consciousness assumes to be true. The more aligned you feel, the closer your manifestation becomes. Sometimes, signs come in the form of small, seemingly random events that spark hope or inspiration. A song, a phrase, a book, or even a social media post might give you exactly what you need to maintain faith. These subtle signs are the universe's way of reminding you that your desires are already acknowledged and are actively being shaped in the unseen. You may also notice a sense of freedom from worry. Concerns about how or when your desire will manifest fade, replaced by trust and peace. This freedom is a profound indicator that your inner world is aligned with the end result. The universe responds not to fear or doubt, but to the certainty and joy you carry within. Sometimes the universe gives gentle reminders of your inner power through recurring patterns or signs. Numbers, symbols, or phrases may appear repeatedly, capturing your attention. These repetitions are subtle confirmations that your consciousness has assumed the state of the fulfilled desire and that your manifestation is being supported at an unseen level. You may also experience a sense of excitement or anticipation that comes without external reason. This inner thrill is not random. It is the emotional confirmation that your desire is alive within you. When you feel this excitement, it is a signal that your imagination has taken root and is actively shaping your reality. Another sign is the gradual disappearance of doubt. Thoughts that once caused worry now seem insignificant or fleeting. You carry the certainty of your fulfilled desire in your heart, and this inner confidence signals that your manifestation is already in progress. The outer world must eventually align with this inner reality. You might also notice an increase in synchronicities that point toward your desire. People, conversations, opportunities, and situations begin to align in ways that feel meaningful and supportive. These synchronicities are confirmations that your inner state is being mirrored externally. Life is responding to your dominant assumptions, and each sign is proof that your manifestation is active. Even the smallest feelings of gratitude are signs that your manifestation is working. When you feel thankful for what you have imagined, even before it appears physically, you are reinforcing the inner reality. Gratitude is the acknowledgement that your desire is already fulfilled, and it strengthens the creative power of your imagination. You may also notice unexpected solutions arising to challenges. Problems that once seemed insurmountable suddenly dissolve, ideas appear from nowhere, or guidance comes from unexpected sources. These solutions are signs that the universe is responding to your inner state and arranging circumstances to bring your vision to life. Sometimes the signs appear through moments of clarity and inspiration. You may suddenly understand the next step to take, see the best course of action, or intuitively know the right choice. This clarity is a reflection of your consciousness aligning with the fulfilled state, guiding you effortlessly toward your manifestation. You may also observe a natural increase in joy and enthusiasm for life. More moments feel more vibrant, relationships more meaningful, and experiences more enriching. This emotional uplift is a direct signal that your inner state is harmonious with the reality you are creating. Life reflects back the positivity and certainty you carry within. Another indicator is subtle shifts in your surroundings. People, places, or circumstances begin to mirror the vibration of your desire. You may find that opportunities present themselves more easily, or that obstacles no longer hold the same weight. These shifts are confirmations that your imagination is working, quietly shaping the external world in response to your inner assumptions. Even unexpected reminders of your desire can appear in everyday life. A phrase, an image, or a chance encounter may reaffirm your vision. These moments are signs that your consciousness is fully engaged and the universe is orchestrating circumstances to match your inner reality. You may also notice an increased ability to visualize and imagine with clarity. Your inner scenes become more vivid, detailed, and emotionally charged. This heightened imagination is a powerful indicator that your manifestation is progressing. The more real your inner world feels, the sooner your outer reality must align. And sometimes, signs come in the form of a deepening inner faith. You feel confident, certain, and at peace with the knowledge that your desire is already fulfilled. This inner faith is perhaps the most powerful sign of all. It signals that your imagination has taken precedence over doubt and that the unseen work is well underway. So, my dear friend, now you know the truth. The signs are all around you. Every subtle shift, every spark of inspiration, every moment of inner peace is a message from the unseen, telling you that your manifestation is alive and working. You do not need to see it yet with your physical eyes. What matters is the feeling of the wish fulfilled that lives in your heart. Do not give up. Do not allow doubts or impatience to sway you from the vision you hold so dearly. Every step you take in faith, every moment you live from the end of your desire, strengthens the invisible forces shaping your reality. Your imagination is your divine power, your faith is your guiding light, and your persistence is the key that unlocks the door to your fulfilled dreams. Remember this always: the unseen is real and it is working for you. The universe is never silent, and your desire is already acknowledged in the spiritual realm. Trust it, feel it, and live it. Celebrate every small sign, rejoice in every subtle confirmation, and let gratitude fill your heart as though your desire is already in your hands. Keep imagining, keep believing, keep feeling. Dreams are not far away. They are closer than you think, already planted in the soil of your consciousness, ready to blossom in perfect timing. Stand firm in faith and know this with unwavering certainty: what you desire is yours. It is done. It is being delivered even now, and it will appear exactly as you have imagined it, in the fullness of love and perfection.